And hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I want to run through how to install Romanov's Vengeance, which is an OpenRA mod from scratch because Red Alert 2 is very hard to play on Linux. So this at least will give you a taste of what Red Alert 2 is like. Okay, so hopefully everything works well. I have a bare Manjaro installed now. And the first thing you need to do is, you notice what how OpenRA is installed, and yeah, I'll run through that in a bit. For this Romanov's Vengeance to work, you're supposed to ensure that certain files are inside. Okay, let me see what are the files that we need. Okay, so for install instructions, okay, you go to the GitHub page of Romanov's Vengeance, which is this page over here. I think I'll put it in the description, of course. You click on the link that says Red Alert 2 mod, and they should arrive on this page. On this page, you will see instructions on how to install the Red Alert 2 file. Now, it says download the version of Red Alert 2 from the repository, unzip and run make all on Windows and Unix systems. Okay, and launch game sh. Okay, also you should note this part here. The mod expects the original Red Alert 2 game assets in place. Put the .mix archives in the following directory according to your operating system. So in Linux, it's supposed to be your home directory, which is this squiggly line. Go to the config, go to OpenRA, content Red Alert 2. Create the Red Alert 2 directory if it does not exist. So, first, how do we do it? Okay, very simple. You'll need to run a git clone. So I know git is not normally what gamers would do, but you know, this is what we need to do. Okay, so let's just ls here, and I'm going to make a games directory, or maybe not the games directory first. Actually, I should install games. Yeah, hold on. So I'm going to make a games directory. Just make a games directory. Here I do it with a capital G. So I'm going to go to the games directory, and I'm going to do a git clone of Romanov's Vengeance. So I just do this git clone, whatever it is here, Romanov's Vengeance.git. So this is not vanilla Red Alert 2. This is actually a mod. Now, while this is downloading, you'll need to also do something else. All right, you'll need to do something else. You'll need to find the Red Alert 2 .mix files. So the .mix files, it depends where you have your original Red Alert 2. You can of course copy and paste your mix files from a CD or something, but for me, I don't have a CD. I have all my Red Alert 2 stuff on Origin. Okay, so I bought the first decade on Origin, or rather not just the first decade, the whole Command and Conquer series on Origin. And over here, you don't really have a good Red Alert 2 install method. Of course, you can use this script here, but Origin's Red Alert 2 script doesn't work so well. So what I like to do is just, regardless of whether you install Red Alert 2 here, the Origin version, actually what Lutris does is that the script for Lutris actually helps you to install, if I'm not wrong, Origin. So this is the ultimate collection that we're installing, Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. You can use this to set up Origin on a computer, and by extension you can play Command & Conquer 3, you can play Generals and General 0 Hour. You can also play I guess some of the Red Alert 2 stuff, if you can manage to get it to work, but I have not gotten it to work. However, when you install Red Alert 2, you're able to get the mix files from there. So I'm just going to install this. Okay, the link doesn't quite work because I have not installed Origin yet. So I will need to download and install Lutris. Okay, So I'm going to download Lutris on this computer, and basically this should be able to allow you to install Origin on it. Okay, so it's going to install Lutris, and from Lutris I can install Origin, because Lutris will be that compatibility layer which uses Wine, which will help you to run some Windows programs, not all of them, on Manjaro. So I'm going to launch Lutris, and I'm going to install Origin by just clicking this link. So I mean, I'll be able to play Tiberium Wars, I'll be able to play Kane's Wrath, I'll be able to play lots of other stuff as well. So let me just install this. Okay, allow lutris.net to open Lutris links. I will choose this. Okay, Lutris will install Origin Ultimate Collection. Okay, then it will install under this directory, home games, blah blah blah, Tiberium Wars. So it will download Origin, and it will start to install it. So it is now installing, and while that is going on, let's see whether our git clone is finished. So our git clone is actually finished now. Okay, so you can see, okay, anyway, Wine could not find a mono package needed for net installer. You can download and install for you, just install. So this is the Wine. I'm trying to multitask, maybe that's not such a good idea. Let's just do the Origin install, then I'll guide you through the Romanov's Vengeance install. Now again, why are we doing this? We are doing this because we need the red alert to mix files. Okay, so it's going to install this Wine, and after that Origin should run shortly. I'm going to skip the login, the recording of a login process, because you need to use your username, email, or whatever to log in into Origin. You just log into Origin as per normal. Just a note for Origin games, what do you call that? Cloud Sync will not work well here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, and just a note, if you look at your Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars directory, you will see a lot of things here. For example, a drive C, DOS services, NV shaders. Go to drive C, and you will be able to see stuff that normally will be in Windows. So you have program files, programs file x86. Okay, program files, program, okay, let's see, program /files. Okay, you'll be able to see Internet Explorer, blah blah blah. Let's go to the x86 one. You should be able to see the program files, x86. Oh, right. Yes, the bash terminal doesn't like brackets or spaces. So anyway, use the \. Alright, so in go common files, system is there. So you can see actually Origin is already here. Okay, Origin is here, and that will be able to let you know where Origin is. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so go to games, go to CNC3, you should be able to go drive C. Okay, so there is some temporary folder being used here. So I think, yeah. Now it's installing some game data. It can ask you whether you want a desktop or application menu shortcut. No, I'm not going to use. Vulkan is not supported on your system. Launch anyway. Oh, yeah, I think we'll need to install Vulkan, so let's just see whether we can find Vulkan. We'll open this link. Yeah, Vulkan is, I think, very important. This page has moved. What is DXVK? Yeah, so this is like a DirectX or something like that. Let's see. Take advantage, you must install supported graphics drivers. And it's a Vulkan compatibility layer. Alright. Alright, so this is let's see whether there's a Manjaro one here. Okay, so there's a lot of installing drivers and everything. So let's see what we need to install. I'm using AMD chips here, so yeah, Mesa Vulkan drivers. Okay, maybe I'll just search the App Store for Vulkan stuff. Let's go Vulkan. DXVK, whatever that is. Okay, Intel's Vulkan. Yeah, I use AMD Ryzen chip. So okay, I'm going to install the vulkan-mesa driver, and I'm going to install the vulkan-radeon driver as well. Okay, I'm going to install this and see whether this works. Okay, I'll install all of this, and hopefully that gets rid of the message. It says a restart is required. Launch anyway. I will try. It may fail. So games. Okay, so it doesn't work. We might need to restart and then try this again. Okay, so lots of things to settle. So Vulkan drivers we need to install, the DXVK thingy. So yeah, I think and okay, I think before we restart, we're going to try and install this DXVK because that's what it's looking for. If you okay, I'm not going to watch this ad. Okay, so it says we advise you to use async with single player games. You do not bear responsibility, blah blah blah. Using async with multiplayer games, use at your own risk. So sometimes this Vulkan stuff doesn't work well with anti-cheats. Not because we're cheating or what, but it's just the way it is. So if you actually watch the video, you will yeah, let's see. So this is a Vulkan based translation layer for Direct 3D 9, 10, 11, which allows 3D application on Linux using Linux Wine. So how to use? In order to install DXVK package from a release page into a given wine prefix. What's a wine prefix? The wine prefix is the folder. Okay, so for example, if you go to games and go to Command Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars, this is the so-called prefix. Okay, I think not just that. There's if I do ls/ll ls-a, there should be. Okay, so if you anyway, yeah, so before we restart, I want to make sure to install this DXVK thing from GitHub as well. So in order to install the loot listing properly. So how do we do it? Well, if you take a look at this video, they will tell you to install git clone into this particular wine prefix. Where is it? This will be in local share blah blah blah. Let me show you the path. cd.local in your home directory. So cd this one, cd the squiggly line, which is your home directory. Go to local, go to share, and you will be able to see a few things here. One is Steam, one is Vulkan. So there are lots of things that you can see here. Okay. If I'm not wrong, there will be a Lutris thing here as well. Go to Lutris, and you will be able to see this folder here called runtime. So go to runtime. Okay, so this is where you can find your DXVK folder. Okay, so the cd DXVK. So there will be a certain number of versions here. If you're not sure, you can always print the directory. So this is where my directory is. Okay, so so you're supposed to like install some files into this directory. Okay. Okay, so if you watch this video further, you will see that you're supposed to make a folder, and let me just do it for you. So this is what the video is referring to. There's a bit of music, which is not my favorite, but I know it will be pretty boring if there's like no music. Okay, but let's make a directory here called DXVK async. Okay, so DXVK async will be a new folder, and I'm going to make a new tab here, and let's go to the home directory, go to games. I'm going to make directory here. Let's do a git clone of the DXVK here. I'm going to git clone this, git clone this DXVK. Okay, it's going to clone it. Let's go to DXVK, and now what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do this package release.sh master your target directory. So where's your target directory? Okay, the target directory that we want is not this literal your target directory here. We want to put it inside this DXVK async. Okay, pwd, and this will be the directory that we want. So let's do this. Okay, it says command not found. Okay, so let's see what this thing is. It says there's a lot of debugging that I'm doing here, but let me switch this over. Vim package release.sh line 60. Meson crossfile. Okay, let's see, what is Meson? Okay, so wow, there's a very deep rabbit hole we're going to. Meson. Not okay. This is a particle physics thing. Meson. Let's do Linux. So this is a Meson build system. Let's see whether it's available in our repository. Meson. Okay, so it's included in the repository. It needs to be here. All right. I have no idea what Meson is, but it says it's needed, so we'll just install it from the system. Okay, and let's try running the thing again. It says error, unknown compiler, blah blah blah, Ming WGCC. A full lock can be found. Okay, so where are we supposed to install this? Because yeah, where are we supposed to put this? Okay, so let's see. x86 84 w64 Ming w32 GCC. Oh, okay. So if you take a look now, this GCC thing, whatever it is here, it is supposed to be a, how do you say, this over here is a Windows specific version of I guess, yeah, Windows specific version of a compiler which makes DLL files. Okay, DLL files are, well, binaries that are compiled specifically for Windows. So let's see whether we can find MinW32 GCC. So we'll just take a look at these debug prompts. We'll find this here. I'm going to copy and paste this into here. See whether we can install this. Okay, now okay, so this is a exe file. Okay, let me think. Okay, so basically what this is a compiler for certain binaries for Windows stuff in particular. I believe you can use this MinW64. Okay, because if you look at GCC, okay, GCC is supposed to be a compiler for Linux binaries, but this is the one we want. This is a cross GCC for the MinW64 cross compiler. This is probably what we want. Let's go and install it. Okay, so this will compile it in such a way that Windows will be able to read the binaries instead of Linux, because Windows binaries and Linux binaries are different. And just for your knowledge, in case you're not sure, binaries are like, zeros and ones, files with zeros and ones that computers can read. Humans cannot read binary files. It will be very confusing. But humans can read C++. So when you program in C++, you convert at least a somewhat, as long as you learn the programming, it's human readable. It converts a C++ file into a binary, zeros and ones, which the computer can read. So the zeros and ones that the Windows can read is different from the zeros and ones that Linux can read. Okay, so let's see whether this solves the problem, because I already installed this what do you call that, MinW. Okay, so it says DXVK master already exists. So let's see, I will remove DXVK master and let's try this again. Okay, so now the thing seems to work, and it's going to compile a lot of objects. Okay, so I'll probably want to fast forward this part. Alright. Okay, so now the thing is installed. I will just momentarily pause, and this is what it should look like. You should be able to see everything here installed. And if you look at the async folder over here, you should be able to see a DXVK master right here. Over here you will see setup dxvk.sh, x32 and x64, cd x32, so this is for 32-bit, and there will be DLLs here, and you go look at x64, there will be DLLs here as well. Okay, so this will be inside your what do you call it, Lutris directory. Okay, so I'm gonna pause, call it a day for this video, because we've gone through a lot of install procedures, and we've installed lots of dependencies that we didn't know we needed until we started running into errors. And by reading the error messages, we were able to just install whatever is necessary from the software repository. Okay, so I'll stop now. I'll continue more in the next video after a good restart.